I'm describing the indigenous ceremonial change process that has 4 phases. They are sequencing in such a way that the order of sequencing leads to the practical application. However, the manifesting is the 4th phase, and manifesting is universal. Think about it. We were created, the universe, the cosmos, the planet, everything was created. Anything we create, everything we create follows these laws. They're simple and you can understand them and use them because there isn't anything that comes into manifestation except with the universal use of these laws. First, we see something, we envision it, and then we think about it. And after we think about it, we talk about it and we plan it. And then we gather our materials and we do what some people call a mock-up or a design process, a trial product or services. And so then we build it and then we use it for whatever the purpose is. For example, a table, a chair, a vehicle, a house, anything, everything in manifestation follows this process of seeing, thinking, talking, building, and manifesting. And why isn't it that we didn't learn this in school? Like 12 years of high school and 2 years of bachelor's and another 2 years of master's and at least 4 or 5 for doctorate. Why isn't this one of the basic core courses of how to manifest, how to design co-creative solutions? And again, I define co-creative. First, co is with creator, within creation, simultaneously and synchronistically, and then within ourself, within our own whole brain thinking, which I also call the creative imagination, our intuition, and our conscience and moral reasoning for our choices that are constructive and life affirming. And then we would come to group consensus through peer education. That's a concept where older students teach younger students and younger students teach younger students. Peer education, or it's peer education across domains. We teach each other in the community, in the government, in the home. We teach it privately. We teach it socially. We teach it in the social media. We teach it anywhere and everywhere that there's an audience. And we must certainly have an audience for co-creative solutions. And I'm going to take a little time here to describe co-creative in terms of the dilemma of people who are told we must first love others the way we love ourselves. And then we're told that's the golden rule. And then other people say, no, the golden rule is whoever has the most gold makes the rule. Well, that's destructive and death producing, and we're witnessing that at a global crisis level. So let's describe this manifesting as correcting our thinking that we're not, when we're not, first of all, we're not a deficient self-image. So when we believe that we are, how can we love ourselves? We can't love ourselves. We don't know how to love ourselves because we're unlovable, because we're born something wrong with us. And we're told that that's our identity, that we're born accordingly, with a shadow side, with a dark side, with the evil side. And by the way, our shadow in our Diné language and culture is the reflection of our sacred self upon our sacred Mother Earth. So we don't have a shadow side that's a dark and evil side. Nothing whatsoever is existing within us, because the maladaptive emotions cannot and do not, they do not and cannot exist within our body of earth, water, fire, and air. And they do not and they cannot exist in the environment of earth, water, fire, and air either. So, I'm being called to remember that this manifesting, it also includes my phone not being on silent. However, that's just because I have people that I need to communicate with who are on crisis calls, sometimes 24/7. And I will continue here with this way of our being in the world in such a way that we're choosing life sincerely and authentically, because we're caring for ourselves. And we must care for our relatives and our future generation and our environment. I don't understand, and never did understand, why we're destroying ourselves and everything around us. That is truly a values clarification question that must be reframed in order for us to come to a group consensus to manifest what is good and beautiful and true. In fact, our greeting that is what I like to describe to people as the true meaning of it, Ya'at-e, Shik-e, Shidane, Ya'at-e. Ya is referring to everything totally in the universe that's good, beautiful, and true for us, is all I speak. That's Ya'at-e, and that's all I speak. That's our greeting. And that's in the affirmative thinking system that conveys to the person that we're shaking hands with in a therapeutic touch that we're befriending and we're caring and we're seeing the beauty in them, and therefore we can love ourselves and we can love them. And so this manifesting must also include this particular situation where I'm defining the word co-creative in such a way that it deconstructs and dismantles this erroneous concept that we're telling our body wrong information, and we're manifesting what is not good for us and what doesn't work, when in fact we can use the universal laws that I just described and the sequencing of them in order for us to come to group consensus, to co-creatively design the co-creative solutions. That means that These solutions are beneficial and inclusive and universal and practical application to everyone. And what I love to say about our greeting is that there's no context, terminology, or context or concepts. There's no way to say, but not you. That doesn't exist in our spiritual language. But not you. That there's no way, impossible. It's impossible to say that in our greeting. So that's another way to convey the word co-creative. And that when we manifest accordingly, then we're using our conscience and we're using our creative imagination that is inclusive and does apply to everyone in terms of that it's beneficial to ourselves and to the next generations. We're saying, let's make decisions to restore the resources to the next generations. That's something that we can do. So why not? Let's do it.